This piece is called I Am an Ecosystem Made Up of All the Places and Beings That Have Nourished Me. And it is a self-portrait of sorts. My name is Malu Colorin. I am a Mexican natural dyer living in Ireland, and I am also a designer and an art worker. It is an installation piece that adapts to the place that it's in, and all the thread that brings it together is made of hand-spun flax grown in Malun Linen Farm. It is made up of different pieces. I wanted to map the different relationships that make me who I am in this moment. I decided to focus on the most meaningful places because many of them come attached with beings as well. I wanted it to look like a root system. So it starts from a central place from which all the different strings come out and spread around the space. And I really wanted people to be able to interact with the piece. I wanted the piece to impact how people move around the space. So that's why there's certain elements that are hanging very low. You would have to walk around them to be able to go from one place to the other. So we start with Mexico State, which is where I was born. And there's a photo of me running around a field of cosmos wearing a yellow dress, which this part of the installation emulates. Then we go on to Monterrey, which is a city in the north of Mexico where I grew up. And the main focus of this section are some oak leaves that I took from a tree outside of the house of one of my dearest friends in Monterrey. Then we move on to Mexico City, which is where I spent a lot of my time as an adult. And in Mexico City, one of the biggest interactions we have with our more than human kin, with plants, is through the food. So that's the main focus of this part of the installation, with the tortillas and with other edible plants that we interact with every single day in the Mad City. Then we have West Wicklow, which is where I currently live here in Ireland. And we've got pigments from my garden, pigments from the hedgerows, a plant that I gathered on one of my walks, and hair from my partner who is from this area of Ireland. Another place that is very close to my heart is County Antrim in the north of Ireland, which is where I organise the Archipelago Festival of Colour every July. That is represented by the beautiful linen tent, and all the colours that you see making up this specific part of the installation are from the land where the Archipelago Festival takes place, or from very close to it, including some Antrim red ochre harvested by Trisha Kelly from Ochre. Another place that is very special to me and that is very prominently a part of the whole exhibition really is Malun Linen in County Tyrone. They are the biggest flax growers in the island at the moment. So all the flax that you see making up this specific part of the installation comes from their farm, and some of it is naturally dyed as well. And the last piece of this installation has to do with being in deep ecology, not only with the people or the places, but also with the more than human kin. And thankfully in the past few years, that has been a very important part of my life and now of my creative practice as well. So we've got an eel from Loch Ness that has been naturally tanned using oak. We've got an oak gall that was gifted to me by one of my dear friends, and that is one of the primary ingredients in natural dyeing or color making, and a necklace made of rowan berries to represent kind of this deep ecology aspect. And of course there's fur from my dog throughout different parts of the installation, because everywhere I go he comes with me most of the time, and everything I own is full of his fur, so he really needed to be a part of it. He's one of the closest beings that I am in a relationship with. I don't expect people to necessarily understand every single object that's there, but they are all meaningful objects to me, and they make up who I am in this present moment. So that is what's behind the piece I Am an Ecosystem Made Up of All the Places and Beings That Have Nourished Me.